welcome back to another Mukbang Monday.
It's your favorite dynamic duo, BMARSZ
And Shanty.
You're eating something extra special today, which is pizza rolls. Chantal made these from scratch. I'm blown away.
It was a labor of love. We actually made 100. I think there's like 103, 104.
Yeah, so this is definitely going to go down as a 100 pieces of food challenge in that series.
And it took several hours.
Look at these.
The recipe is actually really easy, but I fried them, and I've never fried anything in my life.
Oh wow.
So it was kind of like a learning process. That's what took me so long.
It's hard because you don't have like a deep fryer or anything. Like, did you do it in like a skillet, like a deep skillet?
Yeah, I just didn't like what you'd boil pasta in, and then I bought a thermometer because like that's like you have to make sure it's like a certain temperature. But yeah, it was pretty easy to do. I was terrified the first time I put one in. I thought like it was gonna explode.
Oh my gosh. Well, I am so excited. Do you want to say what you put inside of them?
Yeah, I actually filmed the recipe.
Oh, perfect.
So we can insert the recipe right here. So all the ingredients I'm going to be using for our homemade pizza rolls. I have some marinara sauce. This one's my favorite from Trader Joe's. Some mozzarella shreds, some wonton wrappers, and these are pepperonis, veggie pepperonis that I cut into tiny little circles, and I used a metal straw to like make the little circles. And then I got kind of lazy halfway through, and I just like chopped up the rest of the like remains. So hopefully that works out all right. And you also need some type of oil for frying, and I'm gonna show you how to make them. Let's get into it. Just combine the jar of sauce, the entire bag of cheese, and the whole package of pepperonis in a bowl like this, and it should be pretty thick and not too saucy because if it's too watery, it like all seeps out of the pockets. And then you're gonna wet the edges of your wonton, add in a tiny, like a half of a tablespoon scoop. If you do too much, then it all kind of like comes out. So yeah, you fold it over. It's like a little pizza pocket ravioli. Press down all the sides. I'm doing this with one hand, so it's kind of hard. And then you just fold the sides in like this. Ta-da! Oops. Yeah, that's not what you want to happen. And fold over this side. Ta-da! And next, I'm just frying them up. I bought this candy/frying thermometer from Ralph's for like $6. So I put about 5 or 6 at a time. My oil is at 350 degrees. And leave them in for about 5 minutes until they're nice and golden brown. And yeah, all those black specks, a couple of them have ripped open, so make sure you seal them really well. So I did try to bake some of these and see how they would turn out, and I'm not really impressed with the results. They kind of just like flattened out like a pancake. So I also made some ranch.
Whip this up real quick.
Yeah, Brittany was like, oh, this would be great if we had some ranch, and so I whipped some up. I didn't film the recipe, but it's made out of cashews, vinegar, almond milk, garlic, pepper, salt, parsley. I think that's it.
Queen.
So we're gonna see how that is. And we also have some marinara for dipping, but BMARSZ doesn't really like marinara, so it's gonna be all mine.
I'll try it out sometime. We also have this fun, is it the canned wine?
Yeah, it's like a canned wine spritzer. It's really good. I really like it because it's like sweet and delicious. I'm starving.
I'm so excited.
Cheers.
Cheers. I'm gonna annihilate these.
You like it?
Mm-hmm.
They're great when they come fresh out of the fry later. Mmm. Mmm.
They're so crispy.
Mm-hmm. They kept on ripping, and like all the insides kept falling out of a couple of them, so some of them might be like a little empty.
Wow. This one's good.
Yeah, I think this one like has a hole in it. Mmm. What do you think?
I'm getting nostalgic.
Does it taste like a pizza roll?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah. Did you eat pizza rolls growing up?
Yeah.
Pizza rolls and tostados or tostitos, you know, like the rolls. Those are like my coming home from school snack before ballet.
Bagel bites.
Bagel. Oh, we should make vegan bagel bites.
I don't know where I can find like mini bagels. Like they were like this small.
Right.
I'm gonna go through some ranch.
It's good.
Is it? So, I showed them this in the recipe, but to make, there's like tiny mini pepperonis in here, and to make them tiny mini, I used a metal straw and like stabbed it a bunch of times.
Wait, that's so cute.
Yeah.
Oh, this is like first world problems or whatever, but I left my metal straw at a restaurant.
Aww.
And Max was like, I'll call them, like we'll go get it, but I had to like go to work or something. I couldn't get it, and I was just sad. Now I just lost the straw.
I have a million metal straws. You can have one of mine.
Okay.
So, have you been keeping track how many you've had?
No.
Me either.
I've been shoveling.
We can go back and watch it. I think I've had like 4. I'd say that was my 4th.
I'm still run there.
Oh, this is like the perfect one. Look at that.
This is so good.
I really like it with the marinara, even though you don't like marinara. It tastes
try
like
it.
it's cold though. I can heat it up.
Is marinara normally warm?
Yeah, I think so. It kind of reminds me of like a breadstick.
No, I don't mind it.
Really?
I like it better cold.
Really? Now that I know how to fry, we can make so many fun things.
You've opened a whirlwind of possibilities.
Oh, we're about to get real thick.
Maybe then we'll book a hip hop music video.
Yes.
It would have been smart to count, but how many were there? 103? So just minus. We're gonna finish them, so it's fine.
I think that was like 6. I really want to make fried pickles.
Yes, I love fried pickles.
Me too.
I was gonna say we could do a fried onion ring or onion rings, but did you try to do that?
I've
And you
never
said, yeah,
ever making onion rings again in my entire life.
but I tried to bake them. So much harder.
The hard part was getting the dough on the onion. For whatever reason.
Well, I thought they like dunked it and then put the breading on. Real?
Yeah. But like, I don't know.
Not that I know at all what I would be doing.
Yeah, so you dunk it in like the mixture and then you put the breadcrumbs on, but like the breadcrumbs like kept falling off, so then I'd have to like physically do this, and then like the breadcrumbs would like get in the wet mixture, and then like everything was just like a big like disgusting mess.
Clump. Oh, that sucks.
It really was awful. Like making this was easy. Compared to just unfolding. But this was time consuming.
We could do this with spring rolls. We did the fresh rolls one.
I feel like that'd be even harder to keep the insides in. But they do sell bigger size wrappers, so maybe you have to use those. I got this from Ross. Oh my god. Ross, I don't know if you saw on the Mukbang Instagram story. They sell jajangmyeon noodles.
I didn't see that. Is it the brand we've tried before?
Yeah, I think we've tried it. Actually, I don't know. I didn't look at the ingredients. But I think so. I was impressed.
Yeah. I think like at least Korean food is like definitely pushing its way into like American culture. I think because of mukbang.
Yeah, from YouTube.
It's becoming like very popular.
Well, as of today is Saturday. By the time this goes up, I don't know if anything would have changed, but there have been 2 huge earthquakes about 100 miles from LA.
It's crazy because that's something you always hear about, like, California's gonna break off the U.S. And I was like, you know, oh, okay. But we've lived here for 4 or 5 years. I haven't felt anything until recently, like, until those two.
Yeah. Everybody that goes to school here, like, you do, like, earthquake protocol. Like
children?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, we would do, like, fire drills. They would do, like, earthquake drills. Like, get under their desk.
Like, I lived in Ohio for a little bit, and I remember doing tornado drills.
Really?
Which is just get under your desk. You always just get under your desk. Like, when in doubt, hide under a table.
We never did anything like that. We always did, fire drill.
Where you go in the hallway. Oh, wait, was that tornado? I do remember hiding under my desk in school, but I also remember, I don't remember which drill this was. Maybe it is tornado, because you go to, like, the inner hallway, and you have to, like, crouch, like a ball, but then they make you all do it next to each other, like in a line. Like you're just, like, little peas in a pod. Yeah, just, like, go in the hallway, so awkward. Was that tornado? I don't remember. Let me know in the comments below if you remember.
What part of Ohio did you live in? Because I'm from Ohio, I don't think they have tornadoes.
I lived in Wright-Patterson Air Force Base. So it's by, like, Dayton, Ohio. I don't know. And he's from Cleveland, right? So I think it's opposite sides.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. So in Ohio, I lived in a cul-de-sac, and I do remember, like, tornado, like, alarms going off and, like, hiding in a closet. I'm gonna cry.
Were you scared?
Yeah.
Like, there was an actual tornado coming?
Yeah.
Holy
And I remember in Virginia Beach, we had one once, and the sirens are going off, and my dad's outside taking pictures, and, like, you can see, like, my dad has pictures of, like, a spiral, like, starting to come down, and I'm like, go to the house! So, like, screaming at my dad. But my dad's a meteorologist, so he's, like, nerding out about it. He's like, wow, look at that cloud formation, and I'm like, we're gonna die, you know?
Yeah, that's like the Wizard of Oz, is what I imagine. It's a twister.
Yeah, literally. You could see it, like, terrifying.
That's terrifying. We didn't have anything like that. I was telling Brittany that. We didn't have any, like, tornado, hurricane, like, earthquake in Massachusetts. Hashtag blessed.
Just know, when I lived in DC and when you lived in Boston, there's probably, like, the same snowpocalypse.
Snow. Actually, yes. We had ice storm when I was, like, a sophomore in high school. So we had no school for, like, literally a month.
Yeah, I remember we were at that point where if we had any more days off, we would have had to, like, go into the summer. Yeah, that earthquake was freaking scary, dude.
Yeah. Okay, so do you want to just do, like, a recap for them?
Yeah. Well, so the first one...
Wait, can I say something beforehand? So, ever since we moved to LA, everybody talks about the big one. The big one. So
we're due for the big one.
Every, like, 100 years, there's been a giant earthquake at the San Andreas. Every, like, 150 years-ish, on average. And it's been, like, 350. So we're, like, due for one. And every, like, I don't know. That's kind of been made me thinking, like, oh, I don't know if I actually want to buy a house here. Like, having all your shit just, like, ruined. Same thing with the fires. But anyways, that's kind of where my mind went the first earthquake. I was like, here it comes. But it ended up being, like, pretty chill.
It wasn't that bad. Were you awake during both of them?
Yeah. Okay, so do you want to go from, like, our experience?
Yeah, so the first one
was on 4th of July.
Yeah, it was, like, 4th of July morning, right? It was, like, 10 a.m.
It was, I think it was, like, 10:30.
So I worked the night before. So I went to bed at, like, 4. And so the 10 o'clock, like, or 10:30 earthquake woke me up.
Really? It was so strong that it woke you up?
Yeah. But I'm also, like, a light sleeper. So Max always, like, sits in bed for, like, an hour and, like, is on his phone, like, doing emails and stuff. And Cairo sleeps, like, here on my arm. So I thought, like, in my, like, sleep, I was like, oh, Max is having a nightmare. Because, like, you know, someone's sleeping next to me, like, twitching, like, whatever. I was like, oh, I'll just, like, shake his ass. So I woke up and I was like, ugh. And then I looked over at my blinds, and they were like, really? Like, the blinds and the fan above our bed was, like, shaking. And so he looked at me, and he was like, I think this is an earthquake. And I was like, should we get out of bed? And then Cairo just jumps off me and goes right under the bed, which is, like, good. So I feel like he'd survive. But it wasn't like so strong. It was just like our bed's on wheels, you know, the like bed frame wheels, not like cartoon wheels. I don't know. So I could feel like we were like moving. Like it was like if someone was like this.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't that strong. It was like, I don't think this could rip out the ceiling fan.
Yeah.
It could be
Yeah, 'cause
but
it's right above you.
it's right above us. But it lasted really long. It was
That's
like
what
a
I thought
minute
too.
long. Because my dad said he's experienced an earthquake before, and it was like, he said that he thought someone like pushed him, and then it was done.
Really?
Like 3 seconds. But ours was like a minute. It was like going, and I was just watching the blinds. I was like,
Was it actually? I don't really remember. I thought it was like 30 seconds. But,
maybe the second one was a minute. It was really long.
yeah. Or does it just like feel longer because you're like waiting for it to end?
Yeah, because you're like, I'm about to die.
Yeah, exactly. The first one, me and Colin went out to breakfast like super early, and we had like just got back. I was sitting right here on this couch, and Colin's sitting in those chairs, and he was like, "Oh my god, it's an earthquake!" And at first, I like didn't really feel anything. I was like, "Really?" And literally sitting here, like it felt like the ground underneath me was like on like molten lava.
Yeah.
Like it didn't feel like shaking. It was just like
Yeah, it feels like somebody's like slowly like pushing you.
Yeah.
Like, do you remember in modern class? This is so nerdy. But do you remember like when you had to do a warm up exercise and you had to go like this with your like?
Oh yeah, you rock them back and forth.
Like you rock your like feet back and forth like this, so it like
you like rock your body.
like you rock your body so like strength like loosens your spine to the floor. That's what I thought like was happening. Ooh. Speaking of which, I thought I was just about to knock all these over. Like it's like not sharp. It's like kind of slow.
Yeah, under like the couch because I was like sitting down. It literally just felt like it was like the ground was just like moving in all different directions. Like it didn't feel like intense shaking.
Yeah.
And then I kept like waiting for it to stop, and then it just kept on getting like bigger and bigger. And then Colin like sprinted outside. I was like, "Where are you going?"
Goodbye.
Yeah. And then
He didn't grab you? That's so funny.
No, he's like, "Peace."
Well, I actually read recently because I looked. Max was like, we should go outside. And I was like, I don't think we should, but it says if you're in bed, stay in bed and cover your neck with a pillow.
Mm-hmm.
But I think me and Max should leave because we have a ceiling fan.
And you have the windows right above your bed.
Yeah.
Maybe you should move your bed so it's not under the windows.
Oh, I did.
You did?
Yeah. Now it's like on that other wall, facing the door.
Yeah.
So, I don't really know. And then I hid under the second one. I hid under the dining room table.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like, should I go outside? But then like, I don't know, a tree could fall on you and shit. So it's like,
I feel like because you're in an apartment, like you have the people above you, so I don't know what would be like best.
yeah, because it said don't move.
Yeah, stay where you are, but like hide
Mm-hmm.
and like do this.
Because I think they're afraid like if you're like trying to run,
You can cause like more damage.
yeah, and the ground is shaking, you're obviously not going to be very sturdy.
You know what? This is a really dark thought, but like, what if by Monday, like a massive earthquake happens and we're like just like talking about it like casually?
That'd be terrible.
Should we still upload this?
Yeah.
Really?
And then Wednesday will be our survival kit. Mukbang.
Oh my god, that's kind of though because like people could seriously like people who were talking about it like, oh, it was in like a remote area, like no big deal, but like people's homes like were like on fire, like there was like gas leaks.
I was like, how did your house just catch on fire?
Yeah, from like the gas leaks. I think there was like a couple or
I saw a bunch of like convenience stores where like all of your like,
yeah
bottles of alcohol. I just flipped like the condensation from the cup on my face. But at least at least that I saw, I don't think anyone died.
yeah,
Which is nice. It was, it's strong, but it wasn't like, we weren't at the epicenter, which was, thank God. I didn't realize that earthquakes came in clusters.
Me neither. I have no idea.
No idea. So, the second one happened 5th of July, because I had a strong hangover, but it was late, it was like 9 p.m.
It was 8:20.
How do you know this on the dot?
Because I was like
Did your life flash before your eyes?
I just like was looking it up afterwards,
Mm.
and I saw a bunch of reports that were like, it was actually like 8:19.
I was editing at the table, and Max was like taking a nap on the couch. That one was way bigger. I don't know the scale of earthquakes. Like they say the first one was like a 6 and the second one was like a 7 or...
The first one was 6.4, the second one was a 7.1.
Yeah. I could tell it was stronger, but like, I don't know. I could see like... It's crazy because when it first starts happening, you're like, am I about to like pass out or something. Like, you think it's like in your mind. You don't realize, like, you would never first assume the world is shaking.
Yeah, it like takes you a second to be like, oh, this is an earthquake.
Yeah, like at first I was like, am I dizzy? Like,
yeah.
do I need some water?
I saw a bunch of people say that.
Really?
They thought they were like gonna pass out.
Yeah, because you're like, what? Because it's like slow. It's like this. It's not like you're like, woo, like in like cartoons. It's like earthquake. It's like very like, like almost boat.
And then it doesn't stop.
The second one, I was like editing, and I look at the light fixture that I hung up above Max, and it's like a disc. It was like going for it. So I was like, sorry, I just took a bite. Max was sleeping. I'm like, get up! I'm just like not nice about it at all. Just like scream from across the room. And he's like, what? I was like, there's another earthquake. He was like, oh shit. And I was like, get your ass over here. We are hiding under this table because we have no idea if this is going to be the big one.
Yeah.
So Tyra was sitting on my lap. It's like, pull him under the table with me.
Really?
Max comes over. Kyle just immediately leaps out of my arms and starts like running around the house. I'm like, really? Under the table. Like, yeah, he was not compliant at all.
I'm surprised he didn't just like sprint under the couch or something.
No, he just like was walking around. And I was like, come.
Meow, meow.
Meow. And I was like, meow. Like walking towards like the shelf with like all the things that could fall and kill him. I was just like,
I'm surprised he didn't hide.
I know. I'm like, where's your animal instincts?
Bert hid it instantly. He was like pacing around a little bit and then he booked it under the couch.
Really?
He didn't come out for like 2 hours.
He knew.
And he came out and he was being so nice to me.
He was like, we almost died, bitch.
Yeah. I'm gonna get another drink.
Okay.
I keep on stocking up on water. In case like
The big one?
the big one.
I know. I have like candles and shit, and we have like all those like charged batteries, but I'm like, what the f you gonna do?
I have a flashlight somewhere. I just can't find it.
Oh, here.
Oh,
this
yeah,
is the wine, sparkling wine we're drinking from a can.
It's like a wine spritzer is what it says.
So do you remember it? Were you awake for the second one?
Yeah, the second one, I was sitting on the desk editing, like you, and
we were both editing.
Yeah.
We would have died the same way.
Okay, also Colin is gone, and like I'm just afraid I'm gonna die like alone, and the house is gonna collapse on me, and then like no one's gonna be able to find me for like 5 days. So
I would come.
yeah, I was sitting over at the desk, and like my legs were tucked up, so I couldn't feel the ground shaking underneath me like when I was sitting on the couch. But like just everything was shaking so much more violently than the first time.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. Then me and Bert literally just were like, and like I don't know where to like crouch under a table because there's windows on all sides. There's so much shit in this tiny apartment. Like I don't really know where to hide. So the whole time, me and Bert were just like pacing around. And like I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And then he like booked it under the couch. I was like, oh, don't leave me. And then,
I thought about that too. I was like, I could probably get under the bed.
I was gonna get
Max
bed too.
could not get under the bed.
Yeah. And then it stopped.
Yeah, it was way longer than
My heart was like the first time I was like, oh, it was chill, like it's
Yeah.
whatever. Like I was like, earthquake, like whatever. The second time, my heart was like beating out of my chest.
Yeah, I was way more scared the second time.
Yeah, I was so scared the second time.
Because that's what we keep thinking, it's gonna be the big one. And everyone keeps saying that like on Twitter and stuff. They're like, oh, it's coming. Like, I've seen like 50-50. Some people think like the 2 earthquakes relieved tension from the
I can't believe people said
tectonic plates, and other people think like it's gearing up.
Well, the earthquakes that just happened, like they're on a different fault line. I don't know if people know that too. Like the San Andreas is like the big one, and the fault line that like the 2 earthquakes happened were like on it. I forget the name of it, but it's a different fault line.
Huh.
Well, by the time this goes up,
Hopefully we're still alive.
hopefully. Oh my god, that's horrible. I'm so full. We barely made a dent.
We like skimmed the top. Did we count them?
I guess we could count them. I'm gonna get one more.
Alright, I'll eat one more. This one's just close to me. Last one for a real one.
Cheers. I want the ranch.
Now I want to count them.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know.
I'm gonna put these in the freezer. I'm saving for when Colin gets here to see who loves pizza rolls.
Oh.
Holy, I am so full.
Same.
All right, we're gonna count them up.
So 62. What's 103 minus 62?
40-ish, 41.
So we 40.
We ate like 20 each, approximately.
No.
So we only were able to eat 41. Wah wah.
20 pizza rolls. That's pretty good.
I'm gonna eat one more just for shits and gigs.
42!
I really thought that we were gonna make a bigger dent.
I say these are small.
Mm-hmm.
They really pack a punch.
These are double the size.
I feel like I could pass out right now.
Mm-hmm. I tried to make them small. Side note, and the inside just kept falling apart, so then I had to make them double size. Okay, well, we're gonna go hopefully survive from the earthquake.
Mm-hmm. I try to look up like earthquake kits, and they're basically just like end of the world kits, like water, batteries.
Mm-hmm.
Comment down below where you guys live and what natural disaster you're afraid of dying from. Or if you're one of those like lucky places like Boston that's like kind of like, what would it be like, the inside of a continent would be like the safest place to be?
Well, I don't know, because then you would deal with like tornadoes, I feel like. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us. Let me know if you try out this recipe.
It's really good.
Very good.
Especially if you recently went vegan and you're feeling nostalgic for like some old naughty treats.
Yeah.
This is a really great.
I'm gonna freeze these and save them for later, for whenever I want a pizza roll, just pop them in the oven. So I hope they freeze well.
Okay.
Let us know what other 100 challenges you want us to do.
Mm-hmm. I think that's it.
Go follow us on IG, mukbang.monday. Any of us have personal IGs, BMARSZ and CHANTYMARIE.
Yes.
And check out our merch, linked in bio. Make sure you subscribe before you go. Nice.
And like this video.
We love you so much.
And we'll see you next time.
Mukbang Monday out.